Welcome back, YouTube family. So I have a new project to work on. So initially we have make attendance tracker app, and today we are just going to do some enhancement on that app. So the app is already open. So just a quick recap: this app I have created, where the employee will do a check-in and check-out using this app. So the moment I click check-in, it will log the time. It will show check-in successfully and my time and the date. And here I can see my check-in time. And if I click on checkout, it will log the checkout time. So here in the top, I can see total hours. So this is the app which we make earlier. So there are some enhancement which I requested to work on, like sending a mail to manager when there's a late check-in checkout time, a late check-in time, or the manager can see the data. So for those enhancement, we will work on that one. So let's quickly see the SharePoint. So what I thought of, so there are you can get the data from Azure also, but for this project I have saved all the data in the SharePoint. So for this attendance tracker is the older one which we are already using. Apart from that, I am using a shift master. I've created a new SharePoint list. It's a shift master where HR is going to give the shift, what would be the shift of that particular employee, and the shift master basically connected with your employee master. So in the employee master, I have pre-populated some data. So here, or any new employee joins in, you can create a workflow and automation, which will just log the data in your employee master, and HR will come and update the shift for that particular uh, employee. So what we are saving here, we are saving the employee name, their email address, their manager, their unit had email address. Any other thing you can also keep it here, like employee phone number, employee ID, if it's required. For this project, we don't require those things, so I just keep it basic. So basically, to what was the request? Like we have to create a automation where if an employee late check-in, they should receive a email. Their manager should receive an email. HR can see the data who checked in at what time. So only these two lists I have created. So we will give an we will create a dashboard and a HR part where HR can give the shift for each employee. So let's quickly come to the app. So I've created a new app. So attendance tracker is a separate app. It can be shared with all the employees. However, the other admin part can be shared with the particular HR or the managers. So I created a new app on the first screen. What we will do, let's quickly start working on it. So I will rename it. So let's say when the HR manager logged in, so they would be able to see the employees data. So we will call it SCR dashboard, and I will create one more screen here. Let me duplicate this, which will be for HR so that they can plan the shift of employee. So I will say screen assign shift. So let's work on the shift first. It's basic. We will just connect our data to the shift master, employ a shift master, and then the HR can create the shift for them. Okay. So what we will do, let me connect the SharePoint here. It's connected. Let's come back to assign shift. So what I thought of, I will show all the employees that are available. So we'll create a gallery, and when they click on the gallery, a form will open where the HR can assign the shift to them. Okay. So for that, let's quickly add a container here. On the top, let's keep a header at the top. So from uh, 5 5, we will take a reference. So parent dot with reference and height. Let's go for 50. So 5 is from left, so we have to minus 10. Take a minus 10 from here. Okay, so here we will add a label. Add a label here. and let's keep the font 12, and text would be assign shift semi-bold. Let's go for semi-bold. Okay, so we will add assign shift header here. Let's keep y 5 from top and 10 from left side. Hope it's fine. So what I'm thinking, I will use a left side and the right side design. On the left side, we will show the users. On the right side, we will populate the form for them. So for that, let's add a container. This is outside the previous container. So copy name for this. X would be this dot x, and I would be this dot y plus this dot height. Let's move 10 pixel away, and height would be parent dot height minus self dot y minus 10 from the bottom also. Width would be parent dot width minus 5 minus 10. So this is our main container. Inside it we will have two container. This is my left container, which will have all the employee master data. So for X, let's keep it 10 pixel away from there, 10 from top, and width would be parent dot width minus, let's go for 20. No, let's go for 1 by third, 1 by fourth. Yeah, I think 1 by fourth is fine. And height would be parent dot height minus self dot. Okay, let's go for 20 from bottom. Okay, so this will have my gallery, which will show all the employee master. So let me connect a gallery here. Blank. Let's have a vertical gallery and connect to employee master. Okay, x0 y would be 0 with parent dot width, and height would be parent dot height. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's add something here and set a container. And for container, I will keep these are the template. For the y, for the x, I will keep it. I think let's keep it 0. For y, let's keep it 0. Width would be parent dot template width minus 10. I will keep it here because we might get a scroller here. That's why. And height would be parent dot template height minus 5. I think template height minus 5. I think this is fine. Now for this gallery, I will change the template height to, I think 100 is fine. We will see if we need any more height. So what I will do, I will add now labels. Let's keep it 10 from X and 10 from Y. Font size, I think 10 is fine, and height would be 30. And here I will keep the employee name. So text would be this item dot employee. I think in the master I haven't seen. Okay, it's in the title. So this dot title. So I can see the employee name. I want it to be semi-bold. Let's keep it a semi-bold. Copy this label and paste it. So the design will be same. And I will keep for both. I will keep. Okay, width we will see. Here I will save the email. So this dot employee email. Okay, now that's fine. I think these two are enough for an. I will insert an icon here, right, and then I will centerline it. So its y should be a parent dot height minus self dot height divided by 2. Okay, and for width, let's go by, I think 40 by 40 is fine, and x would be parent dot width minus self dot width minus 10. Let's keep 10 pixel away from this container. Now these two I will set its width to 12. Let's keep it to 50. And I will turn off the wrap property. I just want a dot dot dot, and I will add a tooltip also. So for tooltip, I am writing down self.text. You can write down as a formula also this item dot email or something else. Let me save it. Where it's saving. If I hover over it, will it show? Yes, it's showing a tooltip. So I don't want this to be semi-bold, so I will keep it normal. So here we have connected it to the employee master. Now what I want, whenever they click on this arrow sign, that data should be populated on my right hand side. So from the shift master, we will use both the combination shift master and the employee master. So I will insert one more panel, one more container, and it should be aligned with this one. Container 3.x plus container 3.width plus, let's keep it 10 pixel away, and y would be container 3.y. Width would be parent dot width minus self dot x minus 10. Okay, and height would be container 3 dot height. Okay, so I want whenever they select any employee from the left side, that all the data from employee master and the shift master should be populated in this form. So what we need, we will add, let's start with the basic thing. Let me add a label. So here, let's keep it 10, and here, let's keep it semi-bold, and x and y would be, I think, 20 and 20, and height should be 30. So first of all, we will show the name of employee. So I will write down employee name, employee name. Then here I will have employee email, and I will have employee to view. Okay, so let's set the width. I think let's keep it 300. Yes, 300 seems fine. I'm just realigning the x and y. This time. Copy this. Keep the same thing. Okay, I have name, email, BU, and now I will, because it's directly populating from the employee master. I don't want the HR to be able to change it, so I will copy this and paste it and align it here. So whenever user click on this particular icon, I will set a function. I will use a update context. It's a local variable in Power App. So the scope is not available on the other screen. So whenever HR select any employee from here, I want that selected employee only on this screen. So where in selected would be this item, and I will set one more variable here. We can set multiple variable in update constant giving a comma, and then I will say is emp selected. I will set it to true. Okay. So I will show you why we use this one also. So sometimes when we cancel it, I don't want any selection, so I will make it blank. Uh, so what we will do, I will click on this, and then this variable is set up. I will copy it and set the name. So my variable will contain the name now, title. Email address would be inside the variable this dot email, employee email, and I will show the view also. This dot view. What's the name? Employee unit. It's a unit. Okay. Oh, fine. I think seems fine. You can keep it wrap as you want, but I think for me this is fine. These are some primary things which I have set it up. On the next line, I will set a manager for the employee. So let me copy these two and paste it here and move it here. Let me keep a copy and with this dot x, and y should be this dot y plus this dot height plus 10. I think 20 would be good, and I will just align this accordingly like this. So here I will show employee manager email. If we are having a manager name, you can show that one also. So manager email. I don't want these things to be bold, so I will keep it normal. Okay. Form seems fine to me. Now I think from here we can show the unit head email. So let's keep that one also. Let's show all the data. But if you want some selected data, you can show only that one. Uh, Unit head email, and here I will set unit head email unit. Okay, so if I select another employee, it will update those details. Okay. Now we have fetched all the data from employee master. So let's go for the another one. It would be shift master. What I want whenever HR have option to update these things. So title. Let me delete this. This we will start from the front. So employee can select a start time. Employee can select the end time, and they will have a grace period. Let's say start time is 9:15, and they give it a 9:15 a.m. and the HR given a 15-minute grace to this employee. So the start time can be till 9:30. If the employee log in after 10:30, it will mark as late. Okay, so that's what a grace period. There's no end time. I haven't write down any grace period for end time also. If it's less than 8 hours, the total time you can write down those formula. But for this purpose, for this project, we are only checking the late time. So now I will create a shift part here. So for the design purpose, let's do one thing. Okay, let's add a container and move it from this label. X of this label is fine, and y of this label plus height of this label, let's keep it 50 pixel away. Okay, and width would be parent dot width minus 20. I think x is 20. Okay, so let's keep it 40, and height I think let's go for 100 initially if we need more height. Uh, so okay, I think we need this thing here. I'll write down x, and x and y would be this dot y plus this dot height plus 20. I think let's go for 40. and I will just write down uh, shift details, and it's a label, so I will go for font. It's another heading, and I will copy this one and set the X here for my container, and Y would be this dot Y plus this dot height plus 10 pixel away, and width is fine. So here we are going to set up the shift detail. On the top we can write down the employee detail also, but I think for this project this is fine. So what I will say, I will insert a label. Let me copy this and paste it here, and X would be 10 and Y would be 5, and I will say start time. Okay, I think this is fine. With let's go for 200. Then I will paste this, keep it here, and I will say end time, and the last one would be the grace period. Write down minute so that HR knows that it would be minute. So these three things I need from the HR for the shift day. So for start, I will insert a drop down. Let's use a drop down here. Let's change the font first. Font is 10, and with let's take the width of this. Okay, and height is 30, and y should be this dot y plus this dot height. Let's move 5 pixel away. Okay. Uh, I think we need half of this is fine. So what I will say in the item, I will use a formula sequence where I will give a sequence of 24 hours. So now my drop down will have a 1 to 24. So these are the hours which HR can use. So sequence, this is the formula I'm using, sequence one. Okay. Similarly, I will just copy and paste it here. So I need hour and minute here because I will give a interval of 15 minutes. So I will just pass an array that it might be 00, it might be 15 minutes, it might be 30, it might be 45, and uh, I think that's all. So if I want to say the employee time is 9 a.m., so HR can select 9 and then 0. If it's 9:30, we can say 9:30 and so on. Okay, that's how it should be. So these are the start time. So we have added the start time, hours and minutes. So let me just do this thing, HH and MM, so that the HR knows it should be in HH and MM. And same thing I will do for the end time, uh, HH and MM. We'll just copy and paste these two. Uh, okay, let me just do a little bit formatting first, then I will do a copy and paste. Take this, I think color should be gray, and selection color also take to gray. Then I think border, I don't need a focus border, so I will remove the focus border thickness to 2. Save play. I think it should be gray, so let's see the border. Okay, for gray, and hover color light gray, and shadow hover. Let's go for light gray also. Okay, I think this is fine. Selection, press color. Uh, okay, seems fine. So I will just copy and paste it. and move it in the end time section. So HR will select the start time and the end time. For grace period, we will only have this particular drop down. So the grace period can be in an interval of uh, let's have an interval. Let's have an interval here instead of this. Let's have an interval of 10 minutes, 10, 20, then 30, 40, and 50. These are the grace period that even if the employee is late by 20 minutes, it's acceptable for that employee. Okay, for this container, let's have some background color. I think I want it to be transparent and border seems. I think this seems fine. Okay, so we have set it up for the employee. So what else I need? I need a button. Let's have a button here to update it. So let's move it over here and update. Color, I think green. Let's have a darker green and fill. I think. Uh, let's go for black. Then border 5 and font 12. Seems fine, I think. With let's go for 120 and the hover. I need to change hover color. So let's go this and press color. I think these are fine. Press color seems press color is not looking fine. So let's go for again green. Yeah. Okay. This let's keep it black and focus border focus thickness. Mhm. Let's go for 2. Okay, I think this seems fine now. I'm happy with this one. So what I need whenever whatever start time they've selected, I will keep. If you see in the backend, uh, I have given a start time and end time, and there is start time value and the end time value. So these are the numeric text numeric field. So what I will do, whatever start time they will give, I will convert it to the minutes. So I will save the minutes here. Okay, I think they shouldn't be here. Column second. It should be in the. It should be in the attendance tracker list. So okay, so let's do one thing. I will write down DDL start time HH. This will be DDL start time MM. Copy. Here I will keep it end time HH, and then this would be DDL and time MM. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so we will rename this one, then grace period also. So DDL, let just write down grace period. Okay, so now what I want, whatever user they have selected here, for that we will create a record if the record is there. If it's not, then we will update the record. So whenever they have selected it, I will use a lookup function here. I will say update context. then my list where shift details. So this is the variable I'm going to set up the value. So I will do a lookup on my shift master where title, as in the title, let me cross check, as in the title I will be saving the email. So title equal to uh, where emp selected dot uh, emp email. So on the above one, we are setting up whatever the, let me just write this later. So on whatever arrow I will click, it will select that record for me. And then on the next variable shift detail, I am checking the shift master list, this particular SharePoint list, and I'm getting the first record, whichever will be match according to email part. So whatever email is selected here, that email would be searched under this title in shift master. It will search the title, and the first record it will match. It will set up that record in my shift detail variable. Okay. So now in the update, I will just write down a function on select. So to create a record or update a record, we are using a patch function. Patch function, the first thing I need to pass the list name. So shift master. Then whether I want to create a record or update a record. Right now, let's say default shift master. So it will create a new record for me. And then let me pass title equal to where employee selected dot email. Let me just format it. So if I pass defaults, it will create a new record. But either the record is there or we have to create a new record. So I will just write down if this particular variable, the second variable which I've created, if this is blank, then we will if it's a blank, we will create a new record. Means we are not able to find that record, else update the record. So let me just rephrase it again. So I'm saying if record is blank, means the variable which I have created, it's not able to find that particular record, then it will create a new record, else is the else condition, else update the record which we find in this particular variable for that particular email. Okay. So we will update the title. Then we will need a start time. Let me keep it blank, and then we need a end time for now. So the start time would be, but I think we already renamed it. So let's say DDL start time HH and means concat colon with and DDL start time dot selected dot value. I think here I forgot to write it down. Selected dot value. So this would be my start time, and same thing goes for the end time also. Real time start instead of start it should be end time HH, and here it would be TDL end time So we have setted the title, start time, end time, and the grace period. Let's set up the grace period also. Grace period would be DDL grace period dot selected dot value. Okay, so it's a drop down. That's why we are using selected, whatever item is selected, then value. Now I need the start time value. So start time value. So I will use a formula here. So what I will do, whatever they have selected in the hours. So DDL start time hours dot selected dot value. I will multiply by 60, and I will add the minute here, DDL selected minute dot selected dot value. Okay, so if they have selected 9:30, so 9 would be multiplied by 60, and then it will add 30. So that what would be the calculation here. So right now it's a value. When we will be calculating it in the attendance app, it will help us. It would be a simplifier here. And same thing, I will go for the end time value. Same formula, but for the end time, instead of start, it would be DDL. Let's see, I am not able to end time HH and DDL end time LR. Okay, so the formula is there. So if it's 9:30 they have selected, it will be converted to 9 multiplied by 60, 540 plus 30, then it will be 570. Okay, so it will goes like this. So let's see. So let's try with John. So I'm saying for John, the no shift for John would be 9 o'clock and the end time would be 18 o'clock, and I will give a 20-minute grace. So let's see. We haven't added a notification here, but we will add it, and let's see here. Are we okay? So grace period 20, start time value, end time value. It's working. So if I change the time, let's see 9:15 update, and let's see the record here. So it created a new record because the record is already selected. So I think one more thing which we have to do. So after this, first we will notify record updated, and then it would be a success for 2000 millisecond. It would be a 2 second. Okay. Apart from that, uh, we need to just reset this variable. So I will say, okay, let's use this variable again. And the update, we will notify, and we will just update this variable again, or whatever they have selected. Let's save it. Let's do one thing. Let's refresh it and read both the records. Okay, so I'm back to the app. Let's go for allies. So it's not getting reset also, so we need to have a reset variable. So let me use a reset variable where reset uh, reset shift details false, and then we'll use the same. We'll set it to true, and then the same, instead of resetting each and individual uh, drop down using the reset function here, so I will just create this variable and pass it here. So whenever we click somewhere else, it will get resetted. So let's set for the user 9:15, and the time would be 19:15, and grace period, let's go 30. We got a update record variable uh, notification, and we have this entry here. Okay, and if I update it again, so this time it should update the record instead of creating a record, right? Okay, so if I go for John, let's say we say from 6 till 2 o'clock, grace period 10, update, record should be created here. Yep, and let me create record for Marshu also. So let's go for 9 to 6, 9 to 6, and grace period will be 20. Okay, so if we see all the time shift master is created. So this particular screen is to create the shift. only for HR. So we will take a logic for that anyway. Uh, okay, I think this is fine. We can do the UI also, but for now let it be. Then what we will say, so what we will just reset these variables also on screen visible. So on visible of this screen, I will say update item, this should be blank. Mm, this should be false and shift should be blank. Okay, so whenever we land on this page, all the selections should be blank. Okay, so now let me just copy this header and work on the dashboard. So now what I want a UI. First of all, we will just add a gallery to fetch all the detail, and then we will use a filter part and all other things. So let me add a gallery first, blank vertical gallery, attendance tracker. Okay, I think here it's uh, 60, and let's add a container here, 55 with parent dot with -10, -20 is 5, 10, and with parent dot -10, -10 with parent dot template height. So I'm going for template with template with. Okay, so here we will load all the data of our attendance tracker, and then we will add a filter. So let's just add a label first. Let's come over here and see the attendance tracker. What data we have? We employ email, attendance date, check-in, check-out time, and employee name. Let's load the employee name first. And let's go for 200 and height, let's go for 30, 5, 5. We can center line. Let's use the formula here. Parent dot height self dot height divided by 2, and x, let's go for 20. Okay, then I will give another label that it would be a date. Copy paste. uh, I think date, attendance date, and then check-in time, check-in, and checkout. Okay, so here we don't want to show the date also, so we will just use the formula. Instead of showing the complete date, I will just show the time. So I will say HH and mm. So HH means hour and mm is minute. It should be lower. And same thing goes for the next one. Go for text. Okay. I think 150. Fine. So it will show you check-in and check-out time. What else we need? So right now, in the previous app, I am not saving the manager and BU, but because we have to see the data, so I will create two more column here. One is the EMP manager, other one is EMP BU, and the last one would be let's keep a is late also. Okay, so this is fine. We got all this record here, and here I will copy and paste it here. Write down this I dot emp. Okay, I have to refresh the list first. Refresh because I have updated outside the shape. Alright, emp manager. It's blank. Then let's keep it emp view, and then we will keep one more column is late. Okay, let's keep it like that. Fine. So this is the dashboard. Here I will say I will insert a button at the top and write down. We'll see uh, assign shift, and we'll keep a border radius 5, font size 12, and I think let's go for 120, height 30. I think it seems good, and when they click on it, it should be navigate to SCR assign shift. Okay, and here we need the back icon, so I will set a back. Keep it here, 30 by 30 here, and say back. Back function, it will take you to the previous screen. Okay, so we have assigned shift, we have a back, and here we can see the data. Now only requirement here is if the current login user is a manager, they can see only their employee data. Else, if it's a BU head, they should be able to see the BU head data. So we will go over here in employee master, and here we have the unit head email, the unit email, their manager email. So what I will do. So the higher hierarchy is so manager, then it would be the unit head, and then it would be the HR. So we are not keeping another separate list for the HR. We can create an admin panel where we can log the HR, and if it's an HR, we will see if it's an HR. So okay, let me do that one also. New list. I will say list, and I will say admin, and here we will have all the admin who can see all the data, and who can see the assign button option. Okay, so for now I will keep myself admin. So let me just copy my email. So there's some network issues. Okay, so and let's connect this to the data source. SharePoint and data SharePoint. What I did and data SharePoint. This one, and then admin. Now I have an admin, so what we'll say on start, I will just write down a condition. I'll set a variable. Now set is admin. This would be a variable. Would be on look. I will check if this is blank, then it would be an admin. Lookup on admin. comma title equal to user dot email. So I'm saying if check this, one more bracket. Okay, I'm saying look up into the admin data source and check the title with the current login user email. If it is blank, if it's not able to found, then it would be blank and the is admin would be true. So I will say not. If it's not blank, then its admin would be false. So let me see. We run on start. So if you see is admin is true. So if is admin is true, it means the current user is admin and they should be able to assign shift and they should be able to see all the data, means they are HR admin. So we'll go to the visible and see is admin is true. And here uh, under the data source, uh, we will see if it's is admin, then fetch all the data, else we will do some filter here. Else I will say filter attendance tracker, my attendance tracker list, empbu equal to user dot email. So I'm saying if the current user is admin, then show all the data. If it's not admin, so first check the BU, or if this goes false, I will say emp email manager equal to user dot email or emp manager. So we are saying whether the current login user is in the BU name or in the manager name, get those data. Okay, I think this is fine. We can add a header here. Let's quickly add a header container emp manager. Then we added emp BU, means BU head, and then last one is late. So let me put it here, and I will write down is late. Okay, so this is done. Right now I'm the admin, so I would be able to see all the data. Let me publish this one. So let's make the change in the attendance tracker because we have to write down some more logic there. Then we will see attendance tracker. So what I will do here, this is the older app which we created earlier. So on start, I will do two things. I will say where user master. From here, you got emp. Okay, I think I haven't added the data source. Emp master. So I'll say emp master. From here, I will get the BU head and the manager. Master title equal to current user dot email. Okay, and I will set one more variable for the shift, for the current login user shift. Let's say shift details. Look up on shift master. Let's cross check here. In employee master, we have title, we have the employee email, so it should be emp email. And in shift master, let's see the shift master. under the title and these things. Okay, I think both are fine. Let's run on start. So if you see user master, I got the record for the current login user with the manager, and here I got my shift detail with the start time value and all this. So now you will see why I give this value when we write down the formula. So under the check-in, this code is already there. What we need to first calculate the check-in time for the user. So I will create a new variable here, update context, where user check-in time. Then I will say this is based on the I will use a formula date add, and here it should be colon, date add uh, on today. So I will say on today's date add uh, where current check-in user check-in time dot what's the variable we have created, shift detail. So shift detail dot start time value. So now you will see why I use the value part, because we can give the unit. So we have already converted to the minute. So here I'm saying time minute. So in the today's date, add these much minute also. So because it's 5, I think 70, it will for me. What's the time? 5:40. It would be 9. It will say today 9 hour. However, we have given the grace period also, so we will use the where shift dot grace period. So even if user is 20 minutes late, it should work. Okay, let's test this formula first. I will insert a button, paste it here, and let's click over here. So if you see now, where it say today is 9:20, so it will give you the what should be the user check-in time. Okay, so it seems fine. Let's come back to the check-in. Now I will update these columns. So I have added a is late. I will say if this where user check-in is less than now. So I don't think we should use now. So we will after it we will use one more function update context where current time would be now, and we will cross check with this so that the check-in time and the time we are checking should be same. Then yes, else it should be no. So we'll check this one also. So it's 9, and where current time false means it will go to no. So if check-in means user checked in the current time, it will work. After it, what are the columns we have added in attendance tracker? We need the user's EMP manager, EMP view. So EMP manager, if you where uh, user master dot manager emails, then EMP view dot em would be where user master dot emp uh, dot view and not unit head email. Okay, so if we want unit also we can add it. So it's based on the functionality, but this should work. Now let me publish. I think here these changes are fine. Let me leave it, and if I come back here, attendance tracker. So let me delete the record for today. You keep on delete it. So my time is 9. I think I have missed the condition. I will check if the condition is correct or not. Refresh it. So I will say check in. It's 5:07, and if we see here, what's the record? It say is late. Yes, because my check-in time was no 9 9 a.m. and have a grace period of 20, so it should be 9:20. So now I have a yes here, and my I have a email address of my manager and BU also. So if I go over here, because right now I'm an admin, I should be able to see all the data. If you see, it seems a little okay. We will correct it, but I think it's fine. It's showing this person is late. Let's come back here, edit, select these two records. Let's go for 180, and I think let's remove the wrap. We can add a tooltip, but that's fine. Okay, fine. If you want, we can add other things also. Shift detail, we will capture it, and I think this is fine. Here we can add a filter, but let's leave it for now. So what we have to do, I will create one more automation, Power Automate, which will notify the user's manager that this person is late. So what we'll do, we will go to uh, make.power flow. So there are two options. Either the moment they check in, the manager will get a notification. So that the trigger is when item is created, and the other one is a scheduled flow, which would be like in each 2 hour, the flow will run and see who are late and will send a notification to them. So for the scheduled flow, we have to keep one more column here, which will say that email is already sent, and on the next schedule it won't pick those two column. So for now, I will create an instant cloud flow, which would be when item is created. So whenever the user is late at that moment, they will receive an manager will receive an notification. Uh, Item. Let me go back to folder trigger, and when item is shape and when item is created, it's creating a connection for me. Okay, I will say build this list name would be attendance tracker. So it's a automate whenever item is created under the attendance tracker, this will run. We'll say notify manager. Okay. So what I want whenever item is created, so I will send email notification, send an email, and we can use the V3 or V2. Let's go for the Outlook V2. Two. So we will add a dynamic content because we already have an email manager here. We will directly send an email. EMP manager. I think here under EMP manager, and then we'll say employee date check-in, and the body you can write down the employee name, EMP name has been checked in late, and you can give the time also. Check in time. So you can beautify the email address. So for now, I will just keep it as it is. So right now it will send the email for all the entry. So there is a condition here. If we go to the setting, there is a trigger condition. Yeah, trigger. I will add a trigger condition that whenever this particular column is late column is yes. So I will add that condition. Okay, so this would be my trigger condition. The trigger body is late. This particular column is late column is yes. only then run this particular automation, this particular flow. Done. So whenever user checked in and the is lit column is yes, it will send an email to the manager. Okay, let me save it. So right now I'm not running it because that particular Bob, this person. Okay, let's test it. Let me delete this record. We'll see whether it will trigger or not. Okay, and show me again. We'll do edit and test it. So I will go over my flow, refresh it. I deleted my record and click on check in. Check in successful. Entry should be there. Entry is here and easily TVS. Let's see whether flow will trigger or not. See, it's triggered and it has sent the mail. Okay, because the user doesn't exist in my domain, or they won't be able to receive the email. But yes, email has been sent to the manager. Okay. Uh, I think that's all I have written down to cover. Send an email to manager. It's done. From here, from the landing page, the manager, whoever logged in, they can see the data, and based on that, they can get the report. So if you want, you can add a filter option here, but for now, let's leave it. Just add a text box here and search for that user. So if it's in admin, they can see all the data. If they are manager or they are PU head, they can see all the data for their employees. And then send email whenever they have lately checked in.